Hey guys, it's Lockie here from Coast Watch Football here for some Socceroos content. This is the first piece of Australian national team news or anything that we've done here on the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel, usually covering stuff when it comes to the A-League men's competition, when it comes to Central Coast Mariners. But here we are to talk about the Socceroos. It is an exciting time at the moment with the qualifiers coming up for the national team. And the squad has just been revealed for the upcoming qualifiers. And there's some big news if you're a Mariners fan. There's some big news if you're an A-League fan. And we're going to break it down right now in this video. We are also live streaming this right now, so would love to get your guys' opinions on the squad in the live chat and in the comments as well if you are watching this on replay. But look, overall, I'm very excited approaching these qualifiers. Let's jump into the squad right now. I see you guys jumping into the chat. Let's have a look. Here is the Socceroos squad for the upcoming qualifiers announced today, Friday, the 21st of January, 2022. So let's jump into it. Goalkeepers, Andrew Redmayne, Matty Ryan, Danny Vukovic. Standard stuff. No real surprises there. Andrew Redmayne coming off a fantastic performance in the FA Cup semi-final, making a number of stunning saves. We've got Costa in the live chat saying they should bring Goodwin into the squad. Well, Costa, my friend. We'll get onto Craig Goodwin in just a sec because you might be able to see his name towards the bottom of the page there. Furious George is also in the live chat saying, I heard Rolls got in. Yes, he did, dude. That is the big news. Kai Rolls for Central Coast Mariners is in the Socceroos squad. Mr. Saints fan in the chat saying, I'm going to the Socceroos game. So good. In defense, so standard stuff when it comes to goalkeepers. No real surprises there. Defense. Aziz Baich, Milos Deganek, Ryan Grant, these are names that we're familiarly seeing in the squad, as is Fran Karacic. Joel King has been called into the squad as well. He's one of the new faces. Of course, a regular for Sydney FC for the last few years, was involved in the Olympics. It makes sense for him to be brought in. And a big opportunity for someone like Joel King to stamp his place in that left back spot. Will be contesting with Aziz Baich for that place. Ryan McGowan, Kai Rolls. How good is it to see Kai Rolls' name in the list here? Of course, Central Coast Mariners had Ruan Tonga called up last year, which was a massive achievement for him. And fantastic for Kai, who has been performing so well these past 12 months and has stepped up so much. And it's so rewarding to see that. It's so great to see that his hard work is being recognised. So how good is that? Trent Sainsbury, of course, another former Central Coast Mariner in there. He'll be leading the line at the back. And, of course, no Harry Suter. He is the big one who's missing at the moment, of course, with that injury that he unfortunately sustained in the previous qualifiers. Once we come into the midfield area, you can see there Hrustic. We got Jackson Irvine, James Jago, Riley McGree, who recently secured his move to Championship side Middlesbrough. He's in there. Connor Metcalf has been called into the side, the Melbourne City midfielder, so another A-League player in there. Aaron Moy and Tom Rogic, of course, in the midfield as well. We've got Furious George in the live chat saying Andrew Redmayne was, yeah, dude, he was absolutely on fire in the FA Cup game, wasn't he? It was fantastic. And we've already got some celebrations in the chat here for Craig Goodwin, who's been called up into the squad as well. You can see the forwards, Brandon Borello, Martin Boyle, Mitch Duke. There is Craig Goodwin, the Adelaide United man, Matthew Leckie, Jamie McLaren, and Marco Tilio. So Tilio, the final name to be called in as well. And again, another one of these Olyroos who he made an impact in the Olympics, of course, that impact where he scored that fantastic goal off the bench. And it's fantastic to see him called up, man, because he's been making an impact off the bench this season so far for Melbourne City. I've said it many times throughout this season that I reckon he should be starting. I reckon they should be giving him a run, maybe benching Matthew Leckie to give Marco Tilio more game time because he's just so good at the moment. So what do you guys make of this squad, man? I mean, for me, it's very, very strong. It's very, very strong. I will touch on some of the big names that aren't present. One of them being Awa Mabil. From what we've heard with Awa, we heard some of the news come out that he apparently spoke to Arnold. Hasn't played any football since the last Socceroos qualifier. Apparently had COVID just around Christmas time. He's not really feeling up to it, so he wasn't called into the squad, which makes sense, and that's made way for the guy likes of Craig Goodwin and Marco Tilio to come into the side to really step up and perform, and we need these guys to perform because the big thing at the moment is that these are crucial qualifiers, especially the two coming up. This one that's coming up next week against Vietnam, massive one for the Socceroos. We need to win it, considering that as well we've got tough games coming up against Saudi Arabia, against Japan. It's crucial stuff for the Socceroos, and it's really important. Graham Arnold too is fair to say coming off a little bit of pressure after not quite getting the results that we would have wanted heading into these games as well. Reading the live chat here as well. When will Harry Sutar be back? I don't know if we've got a clear timeline on when he'll come back. We do know that it's a long-term injury. So, I mean, fingers crossed he'll be back for the World Cup at the end of the year, if we do make it, that is, of course. I'm sure he will be. That's not till December. Costas in the chat says, Goodwin deserves it. So happy for him. Might be bad for Adelaide if he can't play for Adelaide. That's what I will bring up as well here, because of course it has repercussions for the A-League, and of course a lot of A-League fans watching this channel. So the squad is starting to get together next Monday, so the coming Monday, so that'll be January 24th. The squad will be coming together. So the only A-League game that we know of that has been scheduled at the moment, as far as we know, is taking place next Tuesday, is the Big Blue between Sydney FC and Melbourne Victory. So some big outs for Sydney FC. Andrew Redmayne, Ryan Grant, Joel King. So there's a massive... Both fullbacks for Sydney FC will be absent for the Big Blue. That's a massive blow for Sydney FC, as is, of course, being without Andrew Redmayne. So big outs there for the Sky Blues. When it comes to Melbourne Victory, I mean, I'm just double-checking that they don't have any names missing. It is the other side of Melbourne that has the Socceroos representatives. When it comes to... You can see not only the front three for Melbourne City, but the bench player in Marco Tilio. So they've got, of course, that front three. No Andrew Naboot, I should mention as well. But Matthew Leckie, Jamie McLaren, Marco Tilio called up into the squad. And look, in attack there as well, there is plenty of options when you do have the likes of Mitch Duke, Matthew Leckie, Jamie McLaren, who can all play through the middle, as can Marco Tilio. So some interesting options there as well. We've got some more talk in the chat here as well. No Melbourne Victory players selected, says Liam. Disappointing. Yeah, I mean, I was in speculation leading up to it. I was maybe half expecting Jake Brimmer to get a call up, considering how well he's been playing, and he's arguably been the player of this season so far across the whole competition. He's been fantastic in that attacking midfield role for Victory. Some other players who might have got a call up. I don't know if Josh Brillante is quite up to it just yet. Nick D'Agostino, maybe an outside shout. Again, we're looking at... Graham Arnold has spoken about how the Olyroos guys, so that's why he wanted to come in and take over the Olyroos, because he wanted to create that squad depth. He wanted to develop these young players to step up so he could bring them up to Socceroos squad. And he's already done that with Tilio, with Rolls, with Joel King. And there's going to be other players knocking on the door. Players like Nick D'Agostino. And, Connor Metcalf, of course, was involved in the Olympics. Denny Jonro, another player who I'll just bring up as well, who's been playing some minutes for Toulouse. Maybe he could have gotten a look in, as could fellow Australian midfielder Cam Devlin. Keep an eye out for Natty Atkinson as well, maybe later on, whether he'll get a call up as well. So still, there's some names that easily could have made it into the squad. Hey, Liam Murphy is also bringing up Jake Brimmer. Swagpa says we're gonna miss Rolls. Central Coast Mariners will be missing Kai Rolls, of course, but the reassuring thing is that at least we have Ruan Tongic there to cover. It'd be concerning for Mariners if both Ruan and Rolls were called up, but of course Ruan hasn't really been playing that much regular football. So yeah. Interesting one here from Dr. Dingo in the live chat says, as a City fan, I don't think Tilio should be in the squad. D'Agostino should be in the squad instead of Tilio. Now that's a really interesting one. Because D'Agostino's been having an impact, whether it's off the bench, whether it's starting. He scored a fantastic goal against Adelaide in Victory's last A-League game. That's an interesting one, man. I think they're different players. Just because Nick D'Agostino, to me, is more of a striker. He's taller, he's more physical, he gets in the box. He's got good pace in him, as does Tilio. But Tilio... bit more dynamic. He's smaller in stature, but he's fast. He's really, really good on the ball, really good at taking on plays. He's really dynamic in attack as well. That's going to be... I can't wait for that. I really hope Marco Tilio gets some minutes off the bench, I really, really hope he does, because he's going to bring something different to this Socceroos squad. That's for sure. That is for sure. So, one more look at this squad, guys. I'm really confident with it. I'm happy with it. I'm stoked to see those three A-League players getting the call up, especially being a Mariners fan. So stoked for Kai Rolls, man. He absolutely deserves it. He's gone from, being part of a backline that was picking up a wooden spoon, for a number of seasons there at Central Coast to a Socceroos call-up. It's just a dream for Kai Rolls. And look, heading into these qualifiers, I'm confident that we can get the job done. Man. So excited. Nicholas is in the live chat, says, excited for this Roos squad. So keen to see what they can do. And just before I sign off, guys, this is actually a good time to announce it right now. I will be doing a live watch-along for the Socceroos qualifier next Thursday against Vietnam. So that's Thursday. It's on the 27th of January. Live stream will be starting from 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, just 10-15 minutes before kickoff. We'll be doing a live watch-along with the formations, with the squad news and everything, because these are big games, man. These are big games. And I'm so keen to get into more Socceroos content, more national team content, World Cup content. It is World Cup year, man. It is World Cup year. We almost forgotten about it. It has come around out of nowhere. It is World Cup year, and there are some crucial qualifiers coming up. Can't wait for it, guys. So I'm going to hop off there. If you're watching us on replay, would love to get your thoughts on the squad, so drop it down in the comments what you thought of the squad. And if you have enjoyed this video, let me know if you want me to do more Socceroos content. The way you can do that is by leaving a like on this video. If you want to see Coast Watch Football do more Socceroos content, more World Cup content, hit the like. Let me know that you like this stuff, and definitely keen to do more of it. Have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy all of the A-League action coming up in round 11, and I'll see you later.